On board with 20, Savitsi Fondiari, getting a face full of water here. No windscreen wipers on these machines, so they have to wait for the wake to clear before they can see where they're going again. And that, I'm afraid, is an early retirement for number 17, Rahib, as Al Omani and Al Dakil take their third DNF of the season so far. Virtual Eye then gives us the lineup as it stands. 178 kilometres an hour down the offshore straight for the race leaders. Number 8, Faza. Number 94, Delma Marine Qatar, slipping back in second place. If it stays like this, neither of them, though, are going to beat the fourth place boat of La Vida Loca, which has enough of a points advantage not to worry about winning the race today. They just need a decent top 4, top 5 finish, and that will be good enough to cement the championship. Faza are going to do their best, though, to make it 4 different winners in 4 rounds of the XCAT World Series. There is the number 4 boat of Abu Dhabi Racing, number 1, Ahmed Ali Jabba Al Hamli, the driver, and that boat's best result so far was last time out, 4th place. On board once again with number 20, Savitsi Fondiari, and this pairing have had a very solid championship. 7th in round 1, 4th in round 2, and 7th again in round 3. One of very few boats that's managed to get 3 top 10 results in the series so far, and Savitsi are 7th overall in the standings. The Italian pairing doing pretty well here as well in the midfield. There is another boat that's going very well at the moment. Number 1, Delma Marine U.A.E. trying still to defend their championship, but it's a slim chance because their contenders are ahead. Faza, though, are the best of them. A wonderful start, and they lead this race by nearly 400 metres. This is a battle just outside the top 6 between number 12, Al Quoz, and the British boat, number 14, Kingfisher, which is shared by Gavin Parsonage and Ian Blacker, who's the throttleman these days. That's number 9, one of the local teams, Al Quwain. They've had mixed fortunes this year, but a couple of decent finishes, 9th and 12th last time out. And they again are going pretty well inside the points here. One of the Italian boats, number 48, Resurrection, is just behind them. That pair are 13th and 14th, and only a couple of seconds between them. Back to this battle, though, with Kingfisher, and joining in the action, another Italian boat, the Wind of Rome. There are Parsonage and Blacker in number 14, Kingfisher. They're catching number 12, Al Quoz, but they're both being caught here by that yellow boat, Wind of Rome, number 47, currently lying inside the top 10 in the championship, slicing its way up the inside there with a bit more top-end speed, and then late off the throttle on the way into the marker. So they've gone ahead of Kingfisher now, who run a little bit wide, and Al Quoz just in front of them. There are the race leaders. Faza, second place, number 94, winners of the round 3 action last time out, the Delma Marine Qatar boat. But further back on the offshore section, just coming into the Palm Island, this is the battle for, 7th place, Wind of Rome, number 47, on the heels now, number 12, Al Quoz, into the mark. Al Quoz going very wide there, staying very tight to the inside, Wind of Rome. Kingfisher are probably quicker than both of them coming into the turn, but there's nowhere to go. The inside line is covered, and the British boat has to run out wide a little bit, drifting out in between the pair of them. It's got past Al Quoz, though. Here is a replay from Virtual Eye, and look at Al Quoz, number 12, just going very wide there through the turn. An extra 10 or 15 kilometres an hour through the turn for Kingfisher as the other two held each other up. But great positioning of the boat by the Wind of Rome crew, number 47. They didn't leave a gap, and they managed to hold on to their positions. So Wind of Rome and Kingfisher hard at it here. Some great overtaking then here in the 4th round at Dubai. They get on the throttle as they head out of the breakwaters now and back towards the offshore section of this course. So there are the leaders on the Virtual Eye. Number 8 are Faza, and they're about to go on to one of their long laps. So too are number 4, Abu Dhabi Racing. So those two are doing the long laps. They have to do 2 of them during the race, and that temporarily should give the lead to number 94, Delma Marine Qatar, on the way into the lead of the race then. There they are, so new leaders. Faza rejoin in 2nd place, but don't forget the leaders have still got to go on to the first of their long laps. This boat is now up to 3rd position, the championship leaders, the Italians, La Vida Loca. A strong position for them, but again, they've yet to make their long lap. Rejoining is the green boat, number 4, Abu Dhabi Racing, and they've rejoined in 4th, just ahead of number 1, Delma Marine. 4th and 5th absolutely together then. The new race leaders then, you can see the advantage all of a sudden. That's what the long lap has done to Faza. They've lost a good 6 or 7 seconds and a lot of boat lengths there, but Qatar are going to have to do the same thing again. But at the moment, they're in the lead of the race, looking for their 2nd victory, and it's given them a sniff of the championship title. This boat, though, in the early laps was extremely quick, and still they've yet to get their first win, but they're not far away, surely, with the pace that they've had. Orange boat, La Vida Loca going through in third. Fourth and fifth still absolutely neck and neck here, but one of them has done their long lap and the other has yet to go off course. Number one, Delma Marine, were a little bit off the pace last time out in Abu Dhabi, but they're back on it here. Number three, inside the top six, another good run from the back of the field for Emirates Racing. They have to start the races in championship position, and because they missed the first two races, they've been at the back. So too is this boat making its debut, Westerland Racing, the Swedish pairing of Daniel Svensson and Claes Westerlund. They're doing well inside the top 10. So the action continues here in Dubai, the fourth and final round, and the gap has come down very suddenly between the two leaders. Number 94, who've still got to make the first of their long laps, are only about 2 seconds now, just maybe a 50-60 metre advantage over number 8, Fazo. Absolutely on fire here, determined to get their first victory of the season. They're down in 5th place in the championship. They can't really take the title. It would take a win and a lot of bad luck for the other teams, but here they are coming back at the Qatar boat for the lead of the race. So they're really strong here today. That is La Vida Loca, the orange machine, in third, on course for the title as it stands. They've had a really good run of form so far. Mauro Pellini and Giovanni Carpitella, fourth, first and second in the 3 rounds of the championship. I'll look at the virtual eye and look at number 8, Faza, 165, 166 kilometres an hour, 10 kilometres an hour faster on the straights than number 94. Yet there is the gap as we go back live, and it's come right down. Faza, like a missile, steaming around the outside of the race leaders to move back up at the head of the field. So Faza lead the race despite having had that extra long lap over the Qatar boat, and they are now in a very, very strong position, because the only other boat in the lead group that's had a long lap is number 4, Abu Dhabi Racing, which is down in 4th place.